Did you know the engineering of the Titanic accelerated its demise? And it's time to settle that infamous door debate once and for all. Let's talk about the physics behind Titanic.
I wasn't setting the Wayback Machine for 20 years ago on Titanic.
James Cameron has an impeccable attention to detail when it comes to his films. And maybe if he were around for the design of the Titanic, things might have gone differently. According to the builders of the Titanic, the ship was designed to survive the worst possible accident at sea for 2 or 3 days before sinking. Well, we all know that's not what happened. The unsinkable ship sank in less than 3 hours upon impact with that iceberg. So what went wrong? There are multiple contributing factors, from the brittleness of the steel hull and poor shear strength of the rivets. However, I won't hold this against them because the use of these materials was common practice at the time. The most egregious engineering flub of the Titanic has to do with the design of the transverse bulkheads of the watertight compartments. Allow me to explain. Transverse bulkheads divide the vessel from side to side and are used to create watertight compartments on a ship. The lower section of the Titanic was divided into 16 compartments that could easily be sealed off in the event the hull was punctured and leaking water, and that's exactly what they did. They worked as designed. The problem is the compartments were only watertight horizontally. When the damaged compartments began to flood, the ship pitched forward, allowing water to spill over into the adjacent undamaged compartments, and those watertight seals quickly became a problem. This caused the ship to continue pitching forward, causing the vessel to snap in two from the bending stress, as we see portrayed accurately in the film. After the events of the Titanic, engineers quickly learned their lesson. Double-sided holes were added to prevent hull punctures from flooding the entire ship, and the transverse bulkheads of watertight compartments were raised to a level that would prevent water from spilling over into the entire ship if pitched at a slight angle. If any of these fixes were implemented on the Titanic, it would have been enough to keep the ship afloat long enough for rescue to arrive, saving the lives of close to 1,500 people on board, including, in this film's case, the fictional Jack Dawson.
It doesn't look like it's a roaring success.
Yes, it's true. Although Jack and Rose could have both physically fit on that board, which was not a door by the way, it was wood paneling from above a door. The truth is, they collectively weighed too much and the board would have sank. This has been proven empirically by both Mythbusters and James Cameron himself, but now I'm going to show you the math as to why Jack never stood a chance. The board is roughly 1 meter by 2 meters wide and 150 millimeters thick. It's made out of white oak, which has a density of 770 kilograms per meters cubed, giving it a weight of 2,264 newtons, or 509 pounds. We're going to assume Jack weighs 715 newtons and Rose weighs 550 newtons, average weights for their given height. When combined, Jack, Rose, and the board create a weight of 3,500 newtons, or 787 pounds. Assuming they displace a volume of water equal to the volume of the board, then the buoyant force acting on them would be 2,940 newtons, or 661 pounds, not nearly enough to keep them afloat. However, if you remove Jack from the equation, the combined weight of Rose and the board is 2,785 newtons, or 626 pounds, which is, you guessed it, less than the buoyant force. In this case, Rose floats. And there you have it. This tragedy has a lot to teach us about science and engineering design. On the surface, things aren't always as they seem. So remember to keep an open mind, trust the math, and prepare for anything. And as always, thank you for taking time out of your day for this moment of science.